Hello everybody, video here for today. These are the retro no-cap recaps of The Curse of Oak Island Season 6, Episodes 4 and 5, originally aired in December 2018. If you missed my recaps of previous and future episodes, there's a link to my Oak Island playlist in the upper right. Let's get into it. Do 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 do. Previously, on The Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 229 years. Episode 4 begins with a rare shot of the island from the air above the mainland. Also rare is that it's at dusk. You can see the visitor center area at the end of the causeway, the swamp, and the Nolan property to the north of it, as well as the money pit area to the east. The team is in the war room to show the crossbow found by Gary earlier that day. Laird examines it on site while Marty joins via video conferencing. He agrees with Gary that it being in really good shape would indicate it's older iron. They will have it tested to obtain more info regarding it. The meeting ends with a sempre avanti, which means always forward. In the money pit area, Choice is drilling borehole DE6, in which wood and a 3-foot void was encountered the previous day that matched up with seismic test results that geophysicist Jeremy Church presented the previous episode. The drill hits an impenetrable object 200 feet down. Jeremy did a fabulous presentation on the J Free 906 podcast that streamed March 7th, 2024. That channel name is the letters JFREE and the numbers 906. Tell Jeff that Coach Steve Money sent you. Choice Drilling believes it is bedrock that is the obstruction, so it appears that the team has missed trying to drill this anomaly, colored red in the gray area between boreholes C1 and H8 on this map created from the recent seismic testing by Jeremy. Marty, Craig, and Alex return to Halifax 50 miles away to have Dr. Krista Brousseau test the crossbow bolt. A scanning electron microscope is used to provide the chemical analysis. The iron has manganese in it, which means it's older. Manganese was first used with iron in the 800s BC. Back on Oak Island, Craig checks in on Irving Equipment Limited in Smith's Cove, and the rep says the cofferdam project is on schedule. They have placed 9 of nearly 120 sections of sheet metal piling that will seal out the water so they can fully excavate Smith's Cove to uncover the U-shaped structure completely, as well as the box drain tunnel and anything else that might be there. It's a somber war room meeting when Rick tells the team that his close friend Zena Halpern has passed away at the age of 88. The author and historian had researched possible Templar voyages to North America for 50 years, which she believed happened centuries before the supposed discovery of America by Christopher Columbus in 1492. In 2018, she provided Rick and the team with copies of Templar documents with 1100s dates on them, as well as what she believed to be a 14th century Templar map of Oak Island. In her will, Zena left all of her research to Rick. He and Peter take a U-Haul to Long Island, New York to pick it up. The floor, several bookshelves, and the closet behind are brimming with books with notes. It ends up being too much to fit in the U-Haul, so they will ship the rest to Oak Island. In the next episode, Rick says they should build a research center on the island. Rick spies a book on the shelf and is correct in thinking that it's the book. Zena found the map and La Formula cipher in a hiding spot between the last page and the binding. Rick also finds the Rolf de Soudelay deposition of being a Templar Knight at the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, and he and other members of the order making a voyage to North America. The Cremona document, so called, for the city in which it was found in a church in the 1970s contains maps, ciphers, and journal entries. The new borehole is H7.5, close to H8, Valley 3, and Tester 1. In the core sample from 160 to 171 feet, Craig finds what he thinks is coconut fiber. Coconut fiber was found in the original money pit as well as in Smith's Cove, filtering debris from entering the box trains. The nearest coconut trees are 1,500 miles south of Oak Island. In the same core sample, Terry finds small pieces of axe-cut wood. This is the target depth of the 30-foot wide void that the seismic test revealed. Antiquities expert Gabriel Vandervoort, who specializes in ancient Mesopotamia to the medieval and Crusades period, identifies the crossbolt as a Roman pilum, what they called a javelin or throwing spear, used from the 1st century BC to the 5th century AD. Episode 5 begins with a new borehole, H-I-4. You can also see the progress being made on the steel piling dam being created to dry out Smith's Cove for excavation. In borehole HI4, they expect to hit a tunnel at 100 feet down, shown on the seismic map as a gray area. They find wood in the 118-foot core sample. Charles on the left is holding the wood with the worked flat side facing the camera. Charles thinks it's possibly the debris field in the tunnel between shaft 6 and the money pit. Shaft 6 was an attempt in 1861 to dig a shaft west of the money pit down to 100 feet and then dig east towards the pit to try to avoid the flood tunnels. Instead, it too flooded, and days later workers heard very loud crashes underground, leading them to believe the money pit had collapsed. The location of shaft 6 has been lost for over a century, but if they can locate it, then they can track down the money pit knowing it's 18 feet away. At 128 feet in HI4, they encounter shredded wood clumps in clay, making them think it's the bottom of the tunnel. Rick says they will keep drilling to try to track the tunnel. Orig Equipment Partner has arranged for one of their affiliates to temporarily donate a prefabricated home to the team to be used as a research facility. Zena's research is moved inside the next day. Gary, Jack, and Peter metal detect lot 21, where Gary recently found the gold-plated brooch that could be as much as 700 years old. He finds first one piece and then the other in the same hole. He thinks it is a military cap badge from the 1700s and has a fleur-de-lis, which is French. Gary surmises the French military could have been depositing or searching for something on the island, Peter says, or protecting. When it's shown to other members of the team, Alex says that it could fit in with the Duc d'Anville theory of a French fleet trying to take Nova Scotia from the British that ended up failing and decided to hide the treasure they had on board for fear it might be captured. Doug found a ship's log that corroborated the theory. The Duke's last name was Rochefoucauld, which is written on Zena's map. To try to track the believed Shaft 6 tunnel, the next borehole is IJ 5.5. It is close to Gal 1, dug 2 years prior, and from which the spoils held a gold-plated military button, a 300-year-old iron rosehead spike, and a large metal corner plate from a box or vault. Reflecting, Rick says that it never occurred to him that Gal 1 could have been in the Shaft 6 debris field. At 111 feet, the core sample includes this wooden beam. They think it's the side of a tunnel, and Craig would like to try to the west to continue to track it. No Cap recaps of season 11 will debut Tuesday late nights, and I'll also continue these retro No Cap recaps of season 6 through 8. Seasons 1 through 5, 9, 10, and the aired episodes of season 11 are already done. Upcoming streams answering your financial questions with Coach Steve Money, Saturdays and Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The Ramsey Show After Show, Wednesday, March 20th, 6 p.m. right after the Ramsey Show video on YouTube ends. I'll also be continuing to play Tomb Raider Anniversary from 2007 and then Tomb Raider Underworld from 2008, mostly late nights, but whenever I have free time. Once again, I'm Coach Steve Money, Ramsey Solutions Certified Financial Coach. And if you got money problems or you just want to make sure you're on the right track, you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation/assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. That's a video conferencing appointment. So you can do that from anywhere in the world, including Oak Island. You can email me about coaching or anything on my YouTube channel, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. Channel donations can go to paypal.me. Alternatively, you can do CashApp to $Coach Steve Money or Walmart gift card to coachstevemoney@gmail.com. You can add me on the gram at Coach Steve Money. Of course, the YouTube channel is youtube.com/Coach Steve Money. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment.